Hello, I'm Sameh Al Shaer. I hope you enjoy with me the utmost horror. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the buzzer button to receive all new on the channel. I am happy to join the Sameh Al Shaer Families group on Facebook. Let's start. Always, when we were young, there was a common question. Almost all of us ask for nothing. Child, don't ask this question yourself. What, my love, when you grow up? A question common among children, and with every question, for a child in a different and safe answer. Different: who wishes to be a pilot? Whoever wishes to remain staunch, and who he wishes he was a doctor, unless she was. My security is a little different, and I used to this question, my answer was myself. Which, oh which, but of course, in my innocent childish sense of good witches who are attached to us. They are in cartoons, and we are small because they can achieve children's wishes with magic spells. Good and the blow of the magic wand. My name is Sameh Al Shaer, a year old in Giza until my father passed away. I don't have my mother's sisters after A's death. My father was a year old when she had to get married. In fact, I got married in the first place. Annoyed and upset, but after that, I understood that this is not my right to be me. Get mad, and she has the right to marry, not from me. It is my sincere right that I stone her freedom. And I married my uncle, an incentive, for sure, no one in me. This world deserves to be called a word daddy other than daddy himself. I forced myself. I tell my uncle incentive, daddy. Motivation was good, but he was a little nervous. A daughter from his first wife, Asma. She was at the same age after completing. The passport was natural for all of us. We move and live with them in their village in Row Village, subordinate Row Mesh. I'll say her name honestly. I do not know how to describe my bachelor's, no distress, no difficulty. Adapt to the new situation. The village is not because there is a need, but I could not. Accustomed to living in villages. Especially that the names of were also. I'm slow, nor am I slowing down. Despite the bitter attempts of my mother and her husband say that we adapt to some, especially since we are the same age. I stayed with her in the same school, but the days are enough to keep us away. We merge and get close to each other, and that's what happened. After Shavanese names were alien. An intruder is coming to share her home. And she and her father considered me her only owner, and we stayed more than sisters. The days passed as they were. A day will pass me by, and the stories will be finished between me. And between the names and the days were all like. Some of us finished studying, and the first thing was the vacation. Asma and I began to agree that we are We learn something new and break it. Boredom and the routine that we live in. I asked her to suggest what is possible. Learn it and occupy our time. Without what? Thinking a lot, I found her suggesting. What? Let's learn magic. I was surprised that she was also thinking of me. That's what I've been thinking about since my childhood. She told me, oh, the magic is the most important thing. Can you make us special and at school? And in our whole life? Her words were, millions of Hamas is different from Hamas. Teens of this age talk about it. Passion. And I was surprised by the similarity. It means our thoughts. As long as you are, I am happy too, and my desire to break has increased. Boredom. I told her, you know who? When I was young, all of my wishes were that I look witch. She laughed and said to me, okay, fulfill your security and mine, and learn magic. Just what needs to happen between us. The secret neither your mother nor Papaya knows. And we agreed on that. We will learn it from. And how? She told me, what do you worry about me? I know how to start. I told her how. She told me, spinny for 1 hour, you'll rest. And complete our words when he woke up. I was amazed. Her sudden request, but I didn't focus and said, she is present and out. I sat outside and after. Oh, I mean, I got busy with something. I found her calling for me to enter the room. And the hour was then spread. At night, I found names on the bed, and the first time I entered she told me, it is you, Heba, do not know you at all. Someone told you before that Papa divorced. Mama, why? I told her, I don't know. Why would you interfere in this? Mama, God have mercy on her. She was still going to talk to Papa. Hafiz entered us and turned off the light and said, come on, sleep. Complete the rest of your words early. And he got out of the room. After what? He went out for a while. I called the names of Asma. Asma, you slept, what, you didn't reply? I replied, my body is on the bed and I'm starting to go. I also fell asleep and fell asleep, I don't know once. What time did you wake up to the sound of V? Alada is the voice of a group of workers. I hesitate with incomprehensible words all. They repeat it in one breath, as long as you can't. I understand what this is, and I was sure. If I dream or this is a nightmare, I opened. My eyes are at ease and I'm in a similar state. Sudden loss of focus and consciousness. The voice started turning into aches and pains. Someone hit someone with a newspaper or a biker. Car back, and the sound of his rattle is very clear and audible, and the sound of pain suddenly turns. The voice of awake and the form of speech has changed. For a formula similar to squawking or scolding, what? This is what happens when I'm dreaming or not. What? And with a lot of beating in the room. The pain began to increase and the voices of groans. I'm sure that I'm not dreaming and that this is a real reality. My body is afraid of me. I tried to press my eyes to sleep and run away from what is happening. And as the sound started, gradually it ended. Gradual. Silence is back again. For the ovulation, I controlled myself and swallowed my saliva. Well, I started calling names. Oh Asma, oh Asma, stay healthy. Went out. From the names of the sound more like the voice of cats. Hoarse voice, I preferred to tell her, what's yours? Why are you doing this? Me. Afraid. I don't know if she heard me. Not at all or not, and she does this at all. For him. I preferred to tell her, shut up, shut up. After that, the voice turned to laughter. Laughter. Hysterically. I get out of bed. Comfortable to get over it from what it is. You use it. I got close to her bed awkwardly. She was asleep, covered, and nowhere to be found. No sound comes out of it. Oh, the sound. What does it get out of it at all? I quickly got back to my bed. I found a limit. Sit down, someone sitting on my bed. And the city of his back. The 6 is the 6. See the sound of laughter. Dressed. Jalabia black and intermittent. I preferred standing. In my place, paralyzed. I don't know how to scream. I don't know what to do. Workers. I shiver out of fear. I came back and stood in corner it in the room. The 6 of on the bed and moved towards the bed. Names. And when I got to him, I bent down. Brought her down. I got under the bed. I want to call out the names of my voice. It comes out. I ran towards him, the light. His light. I ran to Asma's bed. I preferred to mess with it and wake up in it. One under the bed, one under your bed. And after he signed it, I woke up and she looked at me surprised. Why do you advise me? Why do you heal me? A gift now? I pulled it out of her hand. And I told her to rest. Get up, get up. Hey. You will sleep on your bed. I shut up. She told me. Wait. I looked under the bed. No thing. I came back. Me again and she told me, describe what she looks like. How do you work? What did you see? All. What I was able to determine is that she will be 6 and dressed. Sliced galabia. Okay, can't you? You are my dream. And tell you what. I dream, I am sure. And she was laughing. And they make terrifying sounds. Hurry. We get out of the room. Let's tell Baba. Let's tell Mom. I tell you what, oh. A gift. We agreed that it would be. The secret nobody knows, no matter what. Any. What do you mean? What do you mean? Yes, what is in your brain is what happened. Today is the beginning of the beginning. The covenant that we learn magic. First friendly marker. I'm sure that brand. Did you know who? ISTU. What did you think that I entered? The room was an hour before you and I stopped at myself. Oh, you told me that you want slumber. She fell asleep on the bed. And I lay on my bed. And raised pillowcase I got out from under the pillow. Need like a bite wrapped in paper. A lot of hair is brown. Oh Asma. What is this hair and what is this paper? And what do you do with these needs below? I have a pillow. You look like her on this hair or what? In my hair I look. Hey Heba, we started the journey together. And we have to finish together. I won first. Covenant terms. What era am I not? Understood the need. Look, Heba, without. I don't know you, I know the terms. Regarding the covenant, the first condition is that I was answering a dead bone and writing the talismans on the paper, by the way. I'm also under my pillow the same osteotomy, and you brought the bones of the dead. Where from? I don't have a reason to see any other need. I didn't know that you will do this. Learned. Where are the needs? I don't want. Keep imposter. I was my security. I remain a witch like children. Good little witch. I turned the side of the wheel and what's wrong with it? Speak oh names you did eh? He is. You, Heba, are not observing something strange in the room. From what time did you come? And I lived there with me. Strange need is. It's weirder than what I've seen. Tonight is. And you, what took you? If we have no nets. Yes. It is okay. A ground floor. Windows can enter a lot of dirt. Ah, you want to say what? No in it. Nets at all in the room. Where is this? Behind the cupboard. Papa put the cupboard. Ahan closes the window completely. For him. Hey Oreki. Do you want me to move the cupboard? Hurry. We moved the cupboard. It was really in a window. It is covered with a red carpet. We paralyzed it and opened the window. It was the Menzer. The one in front of the house and between us and him. 12 meters round cemeteries IWA cemeteries. But it's not the country's tombs, I know. The tombs of the country are good. I used to see them next to it. The school, But what cemeteries are there? The window brought her this, and between her and the house is less than 10 meters away. Bal nasally Munzer cemeteries as long as I'm far from her, it's not scary, but low. Oedy overlooking the tombs, for sure, they will die. From terror you will watch day and night, you know. Where do I remain? You dug up a grave and took me. Of it nod. You have a heart for me. Crazy. And don't search, and you don't need. Just focus a little and you will find everything. The tombs are dug up and open. I have returned. I cried and chimed in. All the tombs were dilapidated tombstones, broken bones. People are lying on the ground. I went back to hearing the names that were resigned in cemeteries as if they are sedentary. Someone get out of it, my daughter, focus. What are you looking at with me? These cemeteries are working like this. Why is this? Old tombs, people came here from a long time ago, as you see. This is surrounded by wicker and plantings. Its orbits are from all sides, and not much is known. Originally, the old people are the only ones. I know where it is. And the names you were talking about? In a movement like this, shining in the soil of the soil, as if there is a limit in the air. And Peshawar is in his hands, and Peshawar is ours. Peshawar us that we go to him, I landed. Idia Ali Bug is ma, I told her. Shut up, shut up, shut up, you see. Whoever moves there sees it, and neither do I. Get ready for me when you come, let's go, and see. Let's go down and go down. Where are you? I'm crazy, girl, listen to my advice. We'll get out of the window and go under. And I promise you, we'll be back quickly. We'll roam around. Think of yourself coming down, we wanted us. We're going down right now, it's 2 o'clock. At night, other than the one who bounces under. This. You don't feel like you don't have blood? I bounced out of the window and ran to the side. The tombs are inside to some extent, the darkness. She swallowed it. I stood insulting and I didn't. I understand what is happening and I don't know. What kind of work do I focus on in the cemeteries? Right and left to see it and not. I am able to call her and I am afraid that someone will. He wakes up and remains miserable. Suddenly bloomed. Names in the last tombs. And she was. Consult me with her hands. Just what was it? Standing alone. She had the same side. The 6 who saw her in her midst. Standing like an idol behind names and names. I don't think so. And it's labor. Consult me that I go down and laugh. I do not consult her that she will return. The 6 who saw her disappeared for a while. Swanee. And bloomed in front of and under the window. Its features are all clear. Holding in her hand is a lamp of light. or a bulb. Jazz and standing in consultation with me that I am. Get off the window. And it's in Wuxi. Her head has no hair. Poetry. Charred remains. Black as if burned. Her head. The burn distorted her features. Laura's back and legs came back. I ran. I ran to the bed shivering. Fear and I don't know what to do. I preferred olive in the left and right. I owned. My nerves are gone. And you rested. From behind the window, he was not in any movement. Pure and no sound. I got closer then. I checked the window, I saw the light. He moves from afar and she is surrounded by her hand. On top of the names of the lamp that was. Together they are in the other hands and they move. They enter more air in the cemeteries. And they saw black cats that move, but the cats? She was crawling on the ground, not. She walks crawling on her stomach. I do not know what to do. I do not know what to do. Resolution. Forget what I'm doing and don't lock up. Net and protect myself. I don't get healthy. Her father and my mother. I jumped out of the window and walked behind the light to catch her and move. In the direction you walked I was. I feel while I'm walking on the ground that I'm in. Needs to look around my legs. You stayed for a while. I got close to the light. The one who was standing and caught him in her hand. I found her hanging jellyfish. Because of an old grave. Old, strong and open. And worn out. Manbush and Million Adam. Around him outside and shrouds intermittent. I hid behind a witness from the graves and I don't know what to do and write names. How did you prefer to look at the six? Holding the names and the bones working around them. Circle and intermittent shrouds violin. With. Mall has a circle. It is the bone that is the factor of the circle. There will be something like smoke, a lot of smoke. Smoke embodied in the form of objects. Long time no smoke features smoke. I will be creatures that screamed and put my hands on left. She quickly turned to me. Draw a witch. My side. Her eyes focused on Wuxi. I moved my back away from the grave. They are standing there. Tied up. Occurred. On my back and on my head. My brain banged. In need. She lost consciousness. What? I know what I've lost. But I missed. I am dragged from my legs and can't focus. Who? I tried to resist and open my eyes, but I do not know. Labor. Scuffs. It is death. It is death. Limit. What all suddenly fell silent. And silence. Place operator. I sat down. I twisted my brain. Where am I? It was in a far light that I could determine that this. Asma and I made a window. Before I go to the window, I hear someone. He whispered a single word to me. I quickly looked and found her names and eyes. Open, wide, and repeated employment. In the word, the second condition of the book. The covenant. I preferred to knock on her face and tell her. Above me. Above me, oh Asma, above me. Hurry. We walk from here. Hurry. Outperformed. And she started saying things I didn't understand. I need to take it out quickly. And we ran towards the window at the farthest point. Lena quickly entered the window. And we locked it and slashed the cupboard alone. My place and name's base on the bed. Sarhana brought her water and drank it while she was silent. What did you do? What did you do? Why? The door to hell has opened for us. Why is that? You had to know me. It was. You must know me. I will tell you, Heba, to everyone I know. And all that you saw in this house from when I was young and I used to. Our house is long and not empty. And there are many people from the people of the country that we are in it, the people of the country, and the starvation. The ones who brought us were like when I was little. But I was aware and understanding my mother's name. Shika Bilad. Of course, what have you heard about Shika Bilad or her secret? The cellar. Because you sure how old you lived. Here, no one told you about here, my mother. It was 6 months after the jinn came out. And the imps are from Palopsan and more than 6. She is famous in all this land. Acts of magic, linking, separating, and everything else. Can you imagine the name Shika Bilad? It was terrifying and scary and everyone was working on it. Account. She was in control of Abaya. Strange. But all of a sudden, before you die. In 1 month, my father divorced her, he made the decision. Suddenly he took me to live with my uncle here in house next to us. We woke up one day and the whole country woke up. I'm screaming from the side of the house. And the fire was caught in the house and my family. The country was cursed to put out the fire. The one who caught the whole house on fire. I could not turn off everyone he wished for. The house is threatening the brain of Shika Bilad. The fire preferred fond of the house 3 nights. Nor are Madhav cars capable. It and no one is able to extinguish it. I and my father preferred us standing in front of the house. After the 3 nights are over, people broke into the house. Do not find my mother's body. There is nothing left of it, and there is no need. All burnt need. But the house was worn out and broken. And they found the strangest thing. What did they find? What did they find? Speak. They found a tunnel, oh, a gift. A tunnel under the house that connects to the soil. The one in front of the house that you are. I saw it and no one knew who dug it. This tunnel and dug like this. Download. Some of the people are inside the tunnel because see the end of them, what is afraid of them? But the people who went down and completed, they discovered that all the graves were excavated from under. And all the bodies. Not here. No one knows how comfortable she is. Where? Since then, the people of the country BQCH buried in the soil Ditani. The bone is determined to be stolen. It's all scared. Corpses of the dead. And no one knows who dug. I don't spend it at all. Only, I will tell you. My mother, who dug it? With the help of the jinn. And when my mother didn't beat me, her last time with them is almost to my mother. Don't forget the last eras, or one of them. They differed, imprisoned her, burned her. It was not written in the book, but me. You concluded before you ask me about. This book is an old book I was looking at. My mother always wears it and reads what it was. The Book of the Covenant is written on it, and she is a writer. Under the name of Sheikha Bilad. Where is this book? Where is this book? Hey Asma? The book was in the house. You get burned, and no one thought that he was. What do you burn? I took it and hid it. And I was waiting for the chance to open it. And get what's in it. For him. I don't know. And when you came, you encouraged me. He is in the tunnel now. I hid it in the tunnel. The tunnel under your bed. My bed, me? It's under your bed. Come Shofi. Said I think that if you walk something, it will be over. This is a covenant and we won, and the covenant is not. There is no return. You will move out of the house. You will travel to the moon. Believe me, what is left? It is back. I mean, do you want me to work? What is it now? What do you want in a year? Your day is not contagious. The book. There is an air tunnel. We will complete what is in it. And I promise you that there is definitely a way. The book to resolve the covenant. I grabbed my hands and said to me, this is the solution. The only. We took a scout in the light. We went down the tunnel. The first time we went down, I felt like the earth shake. The tunnel is dark and scary. Earth. Tunnel cellars are very hot. We move comfortably step by step. Limit. When we reached the middle of the tunnel, I found names. Whisper at me. The book is there. I directed the searchlight and came a little closer. And I actually found the book. The book is hedged. The atmosphere of a circle, and this circle is about. I spread a shredded and stacked shroud around him, I am terrified, as Ma. Enter the inner circle of shrouds Daze. This is you. You are not the one who downloaded it. And you got it before you know it. I took from the hands of the scout is without introductions. Good. Come with me. Just stand up for a while. I get it. I went with her. I preferred to spit on circuit. I am a bus myself. What? I caught my eyes because it ripped me in the air. Circuit. The light went out. I do not turn off. This. Bebbed and the sound of the steps names Tjeri. You are running. Employment says. The condition. The second. The second condition. The condition. The second. I preferred standing shivering and calling workers. She has to TG Teaksney. What's up? Which sound? Nor Blossom on the other hand. The light. From the tunnel. Very dim and weak light. The second text that remains of the tunnel. Close up. Close up. Close up. It was the sixth that I saw in the room. The jellyfish was caught by me and it became clear to me. All I try to get out of the monastery. I feel that there is a fire in Mahotani. This is my end. Jet 6. And she began to roam around the coffins who were. I spread a shroud floating around them. With the lantern in her hand. I sat in the ground and put my head between my legs. I put my shields on. In my head like small children do not want to see. And I don't hear. You will be with us now. Bring us mannered. You bring more lives. To have freedom in life. And for freedom in the end. The clan is growing. Of human beings. Of course, I do not need to explain to you. I am adding new people to the clan. Like the names of a currency in it. The choice was me. That I hope you subscribe to the horror channel Horrible. On YouTube. If you liked the story. Oh. I hope you like it and publish it too. I wish you would subscribe to Sameh Al Shaer's family group. And subscribe to the Horror page. On Facebook page. If you want to experience. From your experiences I followed on the page. Or. Also. A horror story that you wrote. The page's name is Sameh Al Shaer. Oh. Please. 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 Sameh 554,444 my account on Instagram. Also, my account on Twitter. Horror is horrific. 2. My profile on Facebook.